Hi and welcome to the XCAR roundup of the year. And we've made it all the way around to September, where we had the Bentley Flying Spur. We drove a 911 to Frankfurt, after which we were at the Frankfurt Motor Show. So back to Bentley.
The Bentley Flying Spur, that was an interesting one. Basically because it's the best muscle car that you will never drive because it's wildly expensive. The one we had was £180,000. But it was incredible. It was monumentally fast. The craftsmanship that went into it, as we know, having experienced it, is just out of this world. It was insane. It was a beautiful car that went incredibly quickly. Everything about it just felt good. Apart from the sat-nav, which was a bit dated, but...
Seems a bit pedantic to lay that against a car of that expense, but then you would kind of expect everything to work. Exactly.
You just, it worked. It was just a bit old.
To be fair, that's probably the only thing that isn't handcrafted by the people at Bentley.
The maps aren't handcrafted, they're not drawn on.
No. There's not a little man painting them on the display as you go.
Well, there should be.
For that amount of money, you could probably afford a little man to be in there painting it on your screen.
Or just a navigator, a man with an OS map. But yeah, a great car. We got to play with fire on that one, which is always good fun.
So, the Frankfurt Motor Show, but it wasn't just a case of the Frankfurt Motor Show, it was getting to the Frankfurt Motor Show.
I think we proved that a 911 is a perfect crew car, so Porsche, if you could provide one for us. You can fit all the film equipment you would need to cover a motor show in a 911, which you wouldn't have thought, but yeah, you can get a tripod in the boot bonnet and everything else in there. So we had quite the road trip to Frankfurt in there. I mean, it was a little cramped, but it was good fun.
It was a great trip out. The car was very comfy, manual gearbox, 7-speed in this case.
No, I'm sorry.
Awful.
The only time I would say no to a manual gearbox, and I never thought I'd ever say that, but stuck in traffic for 3 hours in Belgium with a manual gearbox was absolutely, the clutch was the heaviest thing you will ever experience. My foot was just killing me after 2 hours of just moving forward inch by inch, and I was just crying out for the PDK gearbox, which we experienced in the orange 911. By God, it's that capable, the PDK.
But the car itself, brilliant. Very comfy, very capable, very fast. We had the Carrera S with the power pack on it, which meant it wasn't just 400 horsepower, it's 430.
On the Autobahn, which was great.
See, Nick got the traffic, but he also got the Autobahn. I did not. But after that, we did the Frankfurt Motor Show. We were there to see a few cars. We were there to see the Porsche 918 Spider, hence the drive over, because it was the Porsche 911's 50th birthday this year. If you haven't noticed that in any of the things Porsche has been putting out, then wow. But it was his 50th birthday, and it was the Frankfurt Motor Show in 1963 that it was launched. So we thought it would only be apt if we drove the car over there. We saw the 918 Spider, looked amazing. Hopefully we're going to be driving that next year. And then also at the Frankfurt Motor Show, we saw the Audi Quattro concept, which they've been wheeling out concepts for years. One day they might actually make it.
So the links to that film and everything else mentioned in today's episode will be below. Hopefully you'll join us again tomorrow, where we'll be wrapping up October.